guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel, A Moment with Stephanie. Of course, you know my name is Stephanie Eberibe. Today we're going to be talking about me and my vagina. That's you and your vaginal health. Okay? Alright? And first of all, before that, I'd like to ask you, how has your Christmas season been? Hope it's been merry all through for you. Well, this blog is all about life matters. Life matters can be anything, you and your vaginal health. I want to tell you those things that you do to your vagina that may be dangerous for you. So let me start by saying that I know how scented you want to smell down there for your spouse, but while you're at it, be careful. Just be sure that you're doing the right thing, because I know most of us, by the time we come to the end of this program, you will understand why I'm saying this. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the use of sanitizers, sanitols, body creams, body lotions, all those substances that are antiseptic. Dettol soap, we use Dettol soap, yes. These things are too harsh for your vagina. The vagina is a very delicate, vital area of the body, solely meant for reproduction and for sexual pleasure. Now, we have to stay safe or healthy. It's very important that the pH of your vagina stays acidic at all times, at a rate of 3.6 to 4.6. That's acidic. Anything beyond this pH is not good for your vagina. Okay, now to stay acidic or balanced, there is something we call normal flora. It's a naturally occurring bacteria that you were born with. As in, the moment you were born, you came out with it. So it's naturally occurring. It doesn't hurt you, it doesn't cause you any problem. It's just there. Okay, it's just there protecting you from the outside environment, from bad bacteria, because they are good bacteria. They are known as friendly bacteria. So they protect you from bad bacteria, from overload of microorganisms. So they are like your gate man. Okay, just the gate man mans the gate. Okay, it mans the gate. It prevents strangers before anyone comes in. It checks if you're up to status, if you're here to hurt someone. It keeps you away. So that's what the normal flora does for you. It lubricates your vagina. It keeps it moist at all times, so that it will keep you pleasurable. So a situation whereby your normal flora is reduced, that means fluid may not be produced in sufficient amount, and sometimes sex will be painful, very painful, because the normal flora are not there to stabilize the pH of your vagina. So anything that happens to this normal flora leads to infection, microbial overload, because the gate man is not there, so anyone can come in and leave anytime it likes. So you're very dangerous. It's very dangerous when the normal flora are not there. Now, I've noticed so many ladies apply methylated spirits to their vagina. I visited the dormitory the other day, and I noticed one girl applying Life, this alcohol called Life. So one was actually applying it to her vagina. Vinegar is not good for your vagina. It may be good to be applied around it, but it is too harsh for the normal flora, because the normal flora are also called bacteria. They are also microorganisms. So whatever you do, you have to be careful that you're not killing the good bacteria, protecting you from infections. So applying this, is not even that she was applying it around her vaginal area. She was applying it inside. She was pouring it inside her vagina. It's very, very bad. It's very, very wrong. So things like vinegar is not good. Let's talk about hot water. I'm sorry I'm using this pure water, but I know pure water is already boiled. I'm sure of that. So I've noticed that most ladies use hot water to bathe. It's not bad to use hot water. In fact, hot water is very medicinal. Okay, but when you're using it to bathe, you have to be careful when you come to your vaginal area, because hot temperature is known to kill bacteria, is known to kill microorganisms. So when you use hot water for your vagina, you run the risk of infections, because the normal flora some of them may die, and you don't need that. You can use normal water. That is pure enough. Ladies don't use tissue more than they use sanitary pad, and it's not good. This thing is called sanitary because it has already been sanitized and made hygienic for use. When you use things like rags for your vagina, it's not good, because nobody has made it hygienic for you. You don't even, no matter how you wash it, you could contact infections from it, because they may have microorganisms. Now, it's not very good for your vagina. What about the shaving stick? This is called shaving stick. Most people use shaving stick. They use it down there, and then they come and use it in another area. It's not good. You know that normal flora is very safe for you, but once it leaves the host to another area, it could cause you infection. So you don't need to use this in another place. Once you use it in your vaginal area, dispose. You don't need to use it again, because it's very dangerous. Microorganisms could just lie in most of this, and if you're going to actually use it again, leave it covered. Okay, leave it covered. This one is disposable one. You don't use this twice. What about the use of tissue? Okay, now I noticed that if you after using the toilet, if you take a mirror down there, you will notice that this tissue does not actually do a total cleanup. So I want to recommend that you use water to wash off the vaginal area properly before you leave the toilet, because when you take a mirror down there, you will see traces of feces around the vaginal walls, and it's very dirty for you. So you don't use tissue alone. After using tissue, use water and wash off the vaginal areas. Now, I've also noticed that most guys believe that when a woman's pubic areas are shaved off completely, she is neat. It's not totally true. The pubic hairs are there to protect you from the outside environment, from contact between yourself and your undies. Just like the eyelashes are there to protect you from foreign bodies, microorganisms that may enter the eye. The pubic hairs are there to protect you protect the vagina from direct contact with the undies. Your undies may be wet, and you know very well that microorganisms dwells in wet habitats. So when your undies are wet, you don't shave off completely. Now, if you're going to shave completely, make sure that you don't wear tight pants like G-strings. Okay, it's not very good for your vagina. It's not very good for your vagina. Those hairs are there for a reason. Those hairs are there to protect you. So if you're going to shave them off completely, you have to be careful the things that comes in contact with you. Well, I've said everything I have right now, but I want to leave you with a very unique information. Wait for it. Well, I'd like to recommend one book for you guys. This is Every Woman. It was written by a gynecologist, Derek Jones. You can buy this book in your bookshop. You can download it. I'm not the one that wrote it though, but it contains items that helps you, your vagina, every woman, everything that makes you a woman is written down here. I want to leave you with one more thing. If you are a nursing mother, you just finished having a vaginal birth, you don't have sex until after 6 months so that your vaginal area can heal completely. Yes. Now there is also another thing that happens to most ladies that they don't know what to do. Now a lot of one of my friends was like, I'm having a little itch down there. I think I need to see my doctor. And I was like, wait and see if it's actually infection. Now, when you have a contact with a guy and you notice that you felt like doing something with a guy but it didn't work out, it's called sex frustration. Actually, you will notice this heaviness. I'm talking about women, not men. You will notice this heaviness between your two legs. Many girls take this as infection, but it is not. It's actually normal. Okay, it's actually normal. It will wipe away when you remove your mind from the frustration of sex. And then another thing I want to educate you with today is that if you have infection, you're down there, you will notice that your body will be the vagina will be releasing whitish, colorful mucus substance that looks like the one that you bring out from your nails. And it's not that it's actually the vagina releases that normally, but in this case it will release it often. Like you will get it will be too much. You'll be seeing, in fact, it's to the point that you will need a sanitary pad. Okay, so when that happens, you know you have infection. And sometimes that area may be scratching you. It's not just one, once in a while we get a scratch down there. It doesn't mean we have infection, but the scratch I mean is that it doesn't stop. It continues going on and on and on, even till the next day. As the day goes by, the itch will increase, and you will itch in such a way that it will be sweating you, that you will even be itching out blood. So that's infection. The same thing goes for the odor. Many people will just perceive one smell and off they run to the doctor. If you have infection, that place will smell hard. Like you will perceive it. You will perceive yourself. Like you will just sit like this and you'll be wondering, what is that smell? Like you don't even need to bend down to perceive it. You'll be wearing even sweater and you'll be perceiving the odor of your undies. So that is when you know that you have an infection. And then you have things that you'll be seeing, painful discharge, probably painful urinary discharge. Yes, that is what is showing that you have infection, and other symptoms too. Like I said before, most of the microorganisms does not actually do these things until it becomes too dangerous for you, before it starts becoming symptomous. So sometimes that's why you have to go for a routine checkup time to time. Visit your gynecologist and read books. This is my own. Every woman, read books and understand the anatomy of your body system, the way your body system works, so that you don't get to blame anyone for whatever happens to you. Anything that happens to your vagina could actually lead to infertility. It could actually lead to sterility. So you don't need that happening to you. Be careful the way you make use of items in your vagina. I would advise you to just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Wash it with just normal water and you'll be fine. No need for all these things because it already cleanses itself. The normal flora is a naturally occurring microorganism in the body. When you were born, you weren't born sterile. You weren't born clean. Okay, you were born with microorganisms, trillions of it. But the only thing is that most of them are normal flora. They are not hurting you. They have a specific function that they are performing in your body. So that's the problem. You don't need to apply anything to them. They are already there to help you. The only time that they become a problem is when they leave that host and enter another place. They become a problem for you. We have normal flora in the mouth. Okay, if the microorganism in this mouth gets to the throat, it can cause you sore throat. We have normal flora in the vagina. We have normal flora in the skin. We have normal flora in the intestine. So there are so many places that in the body that contains normal flora, but I know the lungs don't have it. So please be careful what you apply on your body, and I'm sure you'll be just fine. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.